174 for 8. Mashrafi coming back for another spell. Has had 5 overs. Has a maiden in that. Hasn't got a wicket yet, but only 12 runs. So that's been a big improvement as far as Clontarf was concerned when he was going at 9s. Run rate is dropping slightly for Ireland. He starts with a wide.
Excellent take down the leg side from Mushfiqur Rahim. Hatil, the celebrated furniture brand from Bangladesh, one of the key sponsors of this tournament. Famous for its slim and smart furniture, it has already forayed into several international markets and won millions of hearts all round.
Quick single. Now, I think that Murtagh might have been in trouble there. Mid-on moved quickly to his left, got round it, and he was on the back foot, Murtagh. Oh, dear.
Not in the picture, Tim. Likes to be known as the Lambeth Lara. But, yeah, not really as quick between the wickets, perhaps, as the great man used to be.
Or as many boundaries, I suspect. Slower ball, and Dockrell just holds the stroke back a bit, looking to baseball it. But he knew the long on was in position, so he just adjusts the stroke.
Jeremy, it would be a big concern for me if I was a Bangladeshi fan. Mushrafat doesn't look fit to me. Struggling to the crease, not much of a follow through, bowling predominantly off cutters. And as captain, you know, when you look at Rubel and Mustafiz, Taskin Ahmed, he certainly looks like the weak link in this Bangladeshi seam bowling attack. So it's a conundrum. He's bowled very economically today, but he just hasn't had the threat and the nip off the pitch that he's had in the past. So I'm sure it's a concern for the management team of the Bangladeshi board.
Yeah, I think that's fair comment. Fair comment. When you look at those figures, you'd say, well, he's done a job as third seamer. And I think certainly on the pitches here in Ireland, and I think also a little bit in England as well, you want certainly 3 seamers. Got to have them. New Zealand are using Jimmy Neesham as their third seamer, but he's quick enough, I think, to, if he gets it right at his end, then, you know, he'll cause batsmen trouble in these conditions. So, in a way, you can understand that, and it allows an extra batsman to play. There's the bonus, if you like, of taking the risk of using an all-rounder as your third seamer. But that's not the case with Mashrafi, because he bats sort of 9, doesn't he? That sort of area. So he's got to do really a good job with the ball, first and foremost. You can see it's pace off a little bit from him at the moment today.
I suppose it's where the teams like England, who have Ben Stokes, have a huge advantage. I think India, Kartik Pandya is fulfilling that role. It's just for me, he's a dangerous batsman, Mushrafat, but I just don't think he looks fit. I think he's struggling.
Well, he's just completed his 6th over, 45 gone here, 178 for 8. Yeah, he's taken over 220 ODI wickets. So he's been a wonderful performer for Bangladesh. There's no doubt about that. No one questions that. So, just as he gets a bit, he's had injuries. And whether whether they feel that he's going to be the captain, of course, and organise things, we'll see. Mustafiz going to come back now, replacing Sunzumo, who got his second wicket. And Mustafiz himself has had injuries, and I think that's one of the reasons that they're using him in very short bursts. Maybe because of the temperature as well. They just don't want to risk someone who's obviously one of their key components in the bowling resources. The variations are harder. The more wickets you've taken from the opposition, the variations that Mustafiz has, cutters and so on, makes it harder for the lower order men.
Yeah, without a doubt. Particularly, well, George Dockrell's been batting now for 56 minutes, so he'll have a bit of a handle on it. But for the like of Tim Murtagh, he comes right over the top of the ball. It's a bit like Dwayne Bravo. He just gets that ball to really drop on the batsman. Be particularly difficult now in the closing stages, bowling at the tail, not have that experience, the ability to pick that. Lofted over backward point by Tim Murtagh, well fielded by Tamim Iqbal on the third man boundary, applauded by his wicketkeeper Mushfiqur Rahim. And again, it's a patience job, I think, for George Dockrell. With Peter Chase the only batsman left in the pavilion, I think it's imperative now that George Dockrell sees this innings through to perhaps the 40th or 49th over, and we use as many balls as possible. But he's played very well, 25 from 45 balls, including just the one boundary. But he's done a great job for his captain when it was much needed when he came in at 136 for 7.
See, that delivery there is an example to the lower order players. He's just his variation, and there you are. It's disguised. You see the bat is well out ahead of the body of George Dockrell as he runs the fingers over, and it just doesn't quite arrive in time for you. Now there's Dockrell trying to do something as well. At least the young man is thinking. He's moved across his stumps, trying to access the onside. There's only a mid-on, and then there's a man well back outside square. There's the wrist. You see he's got himself well outside. He wants to play into that leg side, and the field, there's gaps there.
Very clever changes of pace, very difficult to pick from Mustafiz. If we have a little look, you can see he's just lifted the thumb to and he's just running his fingers down the side of the ball. But what he does beautifully, he comes over the top of the ball, which allows that ball to drop on the batsman. That, along with the lack of pace off the pitch, makes it very difficult to turn the ball to the leg side, despite George Dockrell's best efforts. So it's top class fast bowling.
Yeah, and very little discernible change, I think, from the batsman's perspective as well. The arm looks the same. And he does this to, whether they're lower order batsmen or top order. 179 for 8.
So just repeating the contestants for the break.
It's just that difficulty of picking up the fast arm, that arm looking the same all the time, but the release being at different place, putting the ball back in the hand, removing the thumb, as you say, the knuckle ball, all those kinds of things, the split finger ball. So Mashrafi is going to continue this spell, his second in this spell.
Another quick single from Tim Murtagh. Mushrafa Murtaza doing exactly what Mustafa is doing, giving the batter no pace, bowling off cutters, bowling it hard into the pitch. And again, the ball nearly carrying. Back to him from the Lambeth Lara. And George Dockrell and Tim Murtagh will be looking to at least get the psychological barrier of taking this Irish side over 200.
As you can see underneath the kit of Mashrafi, he's been picking away, and looks to me as if there's lots of knee issues. He's got no doubt about that. He's had lots of problems there because of his action early on. He's had to change things a lot. Gone. He's got a little edge. Dockrell looks surprised, but no doubt at all about Rolly Black's decision.
Interesting that Mushrafa has put all the fielders back on the leg side. George Dockrell has given himself a little bit of room to try and hit it over the offside. He's got a faint little tickle through to Mushfiqur Rahim. Ireland lose their 9th wicket. George Dockrell goes for 25. Ireland 180 for 9.
Peter Chase.
Last man in for Ireland, Peter Chase, the right arm quick, 180 for 9. Just a little edge through from Dockrell, looking to just invent slightly and access a different part of the park. Got a villainous little edge and went through to Mushfiqur. Oh, that is a very good catch, away to the right, diving Mushfiqur. 2 in the over to finish the innings.
Fabulous catch from Mushfiqur Rahim. Sees Peter Chase depart without adding any to the total. Ireland again bowled out in only the 46th over for 181. Should be enough. That man in your picture has a huge job to do now with the ball of his side. Has any chance? It's an excellent catch, and he's managed to land on his forearm to make sure that ball doesn't pop out.
Yeah, just enough power, wasn't there, in the legs to get himself across, so the hand got across there. So there's Mashrafi. He'll be delighted with the effort of his bowlers to dismiss Ireland after asking them to bat for 181. Really, they've done very well. Yes, it was a slightly, you know, seamy looking pitch, but it didn't work out that way. If anything, just a tad slow. But that man will be pleased. Courtney Walsh.